are you doing, Tim?
No.
What are you doing, Tim?
No.
What are you doing, Tim? Tim, what are you doing, Tim? Tim, what are you doing, Tim? Tim, what are you doing, Tim? Hey, Tim, what are you doing, Tim?
No.
Hey, there's a yellow one.
Yeah, I was looking for my box.
That's my box.
My box.
That's my box. It's in my shop. It's my box. And those are my wires, you little cocksucker. What have you been doing?
I stuffed them in here.
They're mine. Oh, look at that.
They're drill bit.
Look at this. Can you believe that? What are you doing, Tim?
Nah.
Tim, what are you doing, Tim?
No.
Tim, what are you doing, Tim? Tim, what are you doing, Tim? Come on, Tim, what are you doing? What are you doing, Tim? What are you doing, Tim? Come on, tell me what you're doing. Explain. Don't drop that. Tim took the starter out of the 5020. He swore it was bad, didn't you? Didn't you?
You said it was bad.
I said to find out what the problem was. I didn't say it was bad. So anyhow, you never did blow it off. You got to get oil in there, a little bit of oil in there, and a little bit of oil in here, and we're good to go. This is a Delco Remy starter, 24 volt. If you don't see that, maybe it'll focus a second. There's a 24 volt one for the 5020. This is not what belongs in that tractor. What originally came in that tractor was a Prestolite. Right, Tim?
No.
Yes, it was. It was a Prestolite. Prestolite starters were garbage. Beyond garbage. I just have no love for the Prestolite starter. So after replacing it like 2 or 3 times when I first bought the tractor, I decided that was enough of that bullshit, and I got this Delco Remy, which I think should have been in there anyway. This is a truck starter, and it starts that tractor pretty decent. Right, Tim?
Yeah.
Alright, so Tim got it all apart, and I tested it for him, right? With the battery charger?
Yeah.
And what happened?
It works.
Oh no, it works. So if this all works, and it does, this works, and the starter works, what could possibly be wrong?
Goddamn button.
The goddamn button. Okay, so I'll walk over to the goddamn button, and where's the goddamn flashlight? Shouldn't even use that word. I'm sorry. Damn it. We'll just use damn it. I was just copying what he said, so I'll probably get flagged on YouTube for that. YouTube loves to flag my ass. So anyways, here's the gaping hole that the 5020 has. It is a dry clutch in there, but it has a hydraulic actuator for that clutch. So what he did was he just went ahead and he cut those. Hey Tim, instead of making wires there, you ought to make them over here, because they're wrapped up in electrical tape, which is no good. So anyway, here's the button. This guy right here, that one. And for some reason, it is not functioning properly. So what I'll do is I'm going to go get a 1/2 wrench, and hold on a second here. I got my fancy pants light, and that'll work. So I gotta take this off, and then I'll pop that off of there. It ain't nothing. I'll take it apart and I'll clean it, and I'm sure that will fix the problem. So hold on a second. Mr. Tim is going to be going in and out of here. Model A car. I did get this welded up, by the way. Such a nice job. And it's going to go back to Mickey here pretty soon. Oh, scare me like that. So if the 5020 isn't running properly, or if the 5020, if this button, what is that? That's not a 1/2 inch. Damn it. Okay, I'm back. It was a 9/16. I can't believe I forgot that. So, anyway, if that button ain't working, it doesn't give it enough contact, it won't start the tractor. It just goes click, 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 click. So, something is not correct, but the starter works. And there it is. Yes. Could be that it's just corroded. And here, let me get a better picture of that. There it is. And that's all it is. So I'm going to take it apart and take it out of there, and I'm going to get it straightened out. So hold on a second. I don't have my oh, what the hell? I don't have my tripod with me. Okay, so there's that. Probably wouldn't hurt to just buy a new one. Looks like it's had some water damage to it. Possibly just probably just that it's corroded enough that it isn't making contact. Simple button. It's just a simple button. But it's a giant. Get out of here. It's mine. Mine. Belongs to me. Now, you don't listen to me very well, do you?
What?
Are you going to make those the right length? That's tubing, and put that on there, black shrink tubing, because if that's exposed, it allows water to corrode. Come on. And you're going to use the slide-on ones, like belong on there, so that you don't have to take the thing all the way off. I will get them for you. You can use the nice little hooker ones, or you can use, holy shit, would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Isn't that an amazing, huh?
Wrong size.
Fuck, it ain't the wrong side. What, do you want me to get the red one for you?
Smaller one.
Well,
That was the one that belonged on there.
that is the one that belongs on there. You're actually putting the wrong size wire. That should be heavier duty wire.
Oh, I guess it was.
Yeah, oh, I guess it was. Get shrink tubing. Shrink tubing, just like that. You see that shrink tubing there? Do you see the shrink tubing?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say we get with the program. Do it right or don't do it at all. No, you need length. I want length. Don't waste that stuff. God, it's a pain in the ass, this kid. Anyway, let me get on to this. Okay, so we got several operations going on in here, and it's kind of noisy, but I'm going to show you. The button is okay. What I think is the problem really was on the top of these brass pieces, there's corrosion. And if you look right there, they look pretty bad also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get that to make good contact. It's hard to get anything in there. And if you look, it's all part of a bigger wiring harness. I don't know what that's for, but there's all kinds of things that go on in this tractor. Old tractor, 67. So I'm thinking that it's just a corrosion issue right there. And if I could get some emery cloth or something in there, or some kind of an acid, and clean it up, which I think I might have some acid here, points contact cleaner, and then obviously some grease. What do you call that grease? The silicone grease. I'll put that in there, and that'll stop it from doing that. And hopefully we get that straightened out. I did cut this off of here at one time. I don't know why, but anyways, let me go. Okay. So, if you can't see, I'm going to show you. Let me get in there close. You see I used a rust lifter. It's a product that comes from WD-40, and it seems to work pretty good. So what I'm going to do right now is, because I have this problem of residue that I don't want, I'm actually going to blow it off with starting fluid. And you should be able to see that it's kind of shiny now because of the rust remover, a rust lifter. It's a product by WD-40. It seems to work pretty good. But that's not what I want to have in there. I do need it to kind of dry out a little bit before I do this. But the ends of this guy here, I'm going to use silicone on them before I put it all back together. So here's what I'm gonna do. See that? Okay, cool. I got enough there. Oh, well, maybe not. Alright, so I'm not happy with that. my friend, is how that goes on. Just like a setup. And that's how that works. But before we do that, I never did care for these. These buttons sometimes can be a real pain in the ass. But to keep the contacts clean and fresh, we do that. And that should fix our little problem that we've got. Hopefully. I did see that there's some wobble in there, but that's probably going to be okay. And we won't know until Timothy gets that starter back together. What do you got? Fine. The O-ring goes? No, it's tapered. Yeah, they put a round one in. And before you put it in, you put the silicone. Well, would you look at that? So anyways, we pretty much deduced that the start button on the 5020 is what's bad. We did get the tractor started, no big deal. The thing is, I do have to go get a push button from John Deere, obviously, because they don't sell them at the local auto parts store, because push buttons are not the way that they start vehicles anymore. With that being said, it is snowing, and of course, you know, snow equals no more haymaking at this point. Neighbor down the road, he didn't get his hay made, not half of it, and it's kind of a shame for him, but offered to take a couple fields off by him standing, and he said no, so he gets to lose it. That's not my problem. He gets to lose it all. I was done. I mean, honestly, I am done. There's nothing more that I need to get done as far as baling hay. I've gotten 11,000. I'm 212 bales shy of what I need to satisfy my own personal goal. But you know, of course, this will melt off, and the sun will come out, and it'll dry up, and I'll be finishing up. But if I don't, I don't. It's not like it's the end of the world for me. It's just another day in paradise. So with that, I'm going home. I'm gonna cook myself up something to eat, because the only thing I had today was a bagel, and I'm kind of hungry, and I'm kind of cold, and Timothy's kind of hungry, and he's kind of cold and grumpy too. We'll add grumpy to him, and that'll be just that. It looks like somebody's been in and out of this driveway a few times. So yeah. When the snow stops, I got to go get hay off the mountain, and there's a couple of different mountains that I have to get them off of, and until then, I guess I'm just going to be me. So that's that.